South Africa is about to complete our 5th week of lockdown, and we're going down to level 4, which is a slight increase in the amount of people that will be going back to work, but not that many, so it's pretty much still lockdown. But there's nothing compared to what's happening around the world and the number of countries that have been in lockdown for 2 to 3 months, which is quite hectic. But as we go along, more and more research is coming out as to what people are doing and what brands are doing at the moment. So the latest bit of research come out was Aptopia and Bray's research on streaming. And it was absolutely no surprise to find out that the year of 2020 is the year of streaming. So the platform is pretty cluttered because there's quite a few players in that industry, but there have been some notable inclusions. The main one being the launch of Disney Plus, which launched in November, and within 1 month they had 22 million downloads and they had 28 million subscribers by the end of the first 3 months, and that was just the 5 countries where they launched. They have since then launched in 7 other countries, so we'll wait for the next stats for that. And the other one is Amazon's Prime Video Cinema, that has also launched pretty recently, and they have shown remarkable growth in the short 2 months or 1 month that they've been in action. So the research obviously looked at the revenue that is generated, how many times people go onto the apps, and then of course how long they all spend on these apps. So it was even though Prime, Amazon as well as Disney Plus have come into the market, it's not surprising that all the well-established names that have been there already, which is like the Netflix and the YouTubes and that, they all had an increase. Some of them were quite small, but Intune being also a sports agency, we were very happy to see that ESPN increased by 28.2% and the NBA basketball, they increased 91%. That means that all the sports lovers out there are really wanting to get back into their sport. And of course, sport, like the arts and theatre and cinema, will be the last to come back because of the large number of people that they draw into the crowds. So, just going through all the results, of course, there were no real surprises. I think the big surprise in these stats is the number of people. I mean, in 1 month, from the 20th of February to the 20th of March, the number of people that went on to streaming went from 80 million to 105 million. That is a 25% increase. So it's the numbers that we can look at, and the numbers that, to me, the brands can take out of all this, because of course most of them, well, all of them, do sell advertising. And what was of note was all the brands advertised specifically market messages. So that was of one thing to notice. I think trying to attract people, to get them to keep instead of fast forwarding the ads, to keep them there locked into the ads. But looking at the global trends, there's no surprise globally. Netflix was the number 1, followed by YouTube, and then funny enough, Amazon Prime Video came in third. This is the downloading streaming apps in 2020. Then YouTube Kids. Now that is very interesting, because YouTube Kids came number 1 in the number of people that tuned into an app for the longest time. But that is understandable, because the mums and the dads, they're tired, they're exhausted, they've got the kids under their feet. It's just easier to say, okay, fine, come on, sit in front of the TV. So that was quite interesting. Number 5 was Hotstar. Number 6, Be Alive. And then number 7 was Disney Plus. So Disney Plus did very, very well. Then Twitch, they came in number 8. So Europe and US, the stats were pretty much the same. There were just a couple of changes. In other words, Disney Plus obviously was the number 1 in the US, but in Europe the number 1 was Netflix. And then Amazon Prime came in Europe, was more popular than Disney Plus, and Netflix came in second in the US. Disney Plus did not even rate in Europe, so it's definitely still an American platform at the moment. So the takeout of it is this: brands must know that that advertising on streaming is a very, very good option. But be careful what you do, because in streaming you can skip ads. So make sure that your ad has an impact right up front so that you get people to watch your ad. So that's it from me, and until next time. Bye-bye.